And I'm gonna title this game to be Better Breakout. We do a better breakout. Okay, so our previous game was just simple breakout. We're gonna do a more exciting breakout. Okay, and I want you to select intermediate samples. Intermediate samples on the left panel, intermediate samples go to 2B, 2B, breakout 2. Intermediate samples, 2B, breakout 2. Okay, again, I want you to copy the blue text and put it, paste it in the game plan. And I want you to copy, if you scroll down the left panel a little bit, scroll down the left panel a little bit, you'll see the map. Copy the blue text, the blue map, and paste it in the map. Okay, when you have done that, go ahead and execute. Now the setting is very similar. Okay, note that because we're placing sapphires in the map, the alignment of 4x10 is going to be ignored in the setting. Because remember from last week, the map always wins. The map always wins. Okay, now the placement of the brick. Placement of the brick. I want to add 10 more rows. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And then I'm going to put my brick there. Okay. Okay, so the setting and the control player, I forgot to, okay. The setting and the control player are the same as the previous game. And the plot is pretty much the same, except this second sentence right here. When the ball hits a sapphire, the sapphire turns red and the ball bounces. In the previous game, we said the sapphire explodes. We said the sapphire explodes. Okay? So now the sapphire only turns red. We want the sapphire to explode when the ball hits it twice. The first time it turns red, and the second time we want it to explode. So anybody know how we can describe that?
When the ball gets hit by a red sapphire, it explodes.
When the ball touches a red sapphire, very good.
It explodes.
It explodes. If I say it explodes, which one will explode?
A red sapphire. Sapphire.
Yeah, we want to say the sapphire because it will refer, remember, it will refer to the first character. So the ball will explode. The sapphire explodes. So let's give that a try.
Dr. Shao, we have a couple people who got a little behind starting the new game. So can we just give them a second to get caught up?
Yep. We just added one sentence.
Okay, so the only sentence you added was that last one.
Yep, that's the only sentence that we added.
Can you please show me what you did with the show hide map keys?
Yeah. Show hide map keys will show you the legend of all the characters.
The show hide map keys, please. I copied and pasted, but then I didn't know
Okay.
what to do after that.
Well, you don't have to do anything. I just added the K for the bricks. I want to place the brick at always at the same location each time. But this is not necessary. Only if you want to.
Thank you.
Yep. So we added this sentence. When the ball touches a red sapphire, the sapphire explodes. So now you have to hit the sapphire twice for the sapphire to explode. And instead of saying when 15 sapphires are gone, you win, we're going to add score. We're going to add score. Okay. When a sapphire explodes, the score. So when you type the score, notice there are score hints here. Okay. So I'm going to use the second one. The score as 1. The score as 1. And then I can just say when the score equals 15, you win. Okay, so we added these 3 sentences at the end. When the ball touches a red sapphire, the sapphire explodes. When the sapphire explodes, the score adds 1. When the score equals 15, you win. Execute.
Dr. Shao, I believe Benjamin has a question.
Okay, please go ahead.
Mine still looks like the first game we made.
Okay, so open a new tab by clicking on You Are a Game Engineer, and then select Intermediate Samples 2B. Intermediate Samples 2B.
I did all of this, but when I went to the next game, it didn't have the same placing of like the sapphires and stuff. It's not the same as yours.
Okay, so you scroll down the left panel. Did you click on Intermediate Samples 2B? Scroll down a little bit, you will see the map for the sapphires.
Okay, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Mine isn't adding a score.
Did you execute?
Yeah.
Every time we modify the right panel, we need to re-execute.
Let's try again.
Yeah. So the upper right corner is where you see the score. Upper right corner.
Oh, I think I might have clicked the wrong button. My code skill.
Okay, and you can also reposition the score. You can place the score somewhere else. And the key for the score, if you click on Show Hide Map Keys, can somebody tell me what the symbol for the score is?
Equal sign.
Equal sign. So I'm gonna put it right here. I'm gonna put it right there. I'm gonna be silly and put it right there. See, my score is right there. If you don't have an equal sign in your map, then the score will always be at the upper right corner. That's the default location for the score.
Is it possible to make it so that when the ball touches a red sapphire and red sapphire explodes, the ball speed is increased for like a quarter of a second?
Yes, you can do that too. Okay. I'll do what was suggested.
Also,
And the speed of the ball increases by 0.1. If you make it bigger, it may speed up too fast, too much.
How do we make it so that like it goes to the very, very bottom?
Just like the previous game, you can say when the ball touches the bottom border, game over. Is that what you were asking?
And like the brick, how do you make that go to the very bottom?
Oh, just add a couple more dashes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, just add a couple more dashes. Because each dash is a blank row. All right. So now the final thing we're gonna do is in the map, right underneath the sapphires right here, I'm gonna add cakes. The cake is this hashtag. Okay, I'm gonna add 10 of them, separated by blanks. So let's execute and see. I added some cakes. Remember, the map is also part of the setting. You do not need to say there are 10 cakes in the game plan. You could. That's redundant. You could do that, but it's not necessary. And the cakes will be our enemy. The cakes will be our enemy. So we describe the interaction between the ball and the cake. When the ball hits a cake, the cake becomes angry. You can also make it change color, but we already did that for the sapphires, right? The sapphire turned red. So you know how to make it change color, but you can also make it change adjectives. Angry is an adjective. You cannot see it, but whenever the ball hits it, the cake will become angry. And then we say, when a cake is angry, it moves down. Okay, so we just added these two sentences. We added the cakes in the map, and then we added these two sentences. When the ball hits a cake, the cake becomes angry. When the cake is angry, it moves down. Okay, so he's like bombs dropping. Right, bombs away.
Can we make it so they're like different characters?
Yeah, of course. Of course, you don't have to make a cake. You don't have to use cake. You can use something else. Certainly. So now, these are like bombs, right? We need to avoid them. So how do we describe game over between the cake and the brick? Anybody?
When the cake hits the brick explodes.
Okay. When a cake hits the brick,
I
the
can't get the
brick explodes. And then when the brick explodes, what happens?
Game over.
Game over. Excellent.
Can we
Excellent.
please slow down a bit?
Okay. We just added these two sentences.
I can't get the cakes to spawn in the right spot. They all spawned at the side of the wall. And if sorry
Okay.
about any background noise.
So did you add your cakes in the map like I did here?
Yeah, I'm adding them in now. I realized I forgot to put the dashes in.
Yeah, yeah. Dash is for the blank. Dash is blank.
There we go.
Okay.
There we go.
So
Fix
now we need to avoid the. How would you make the cakes move down faster? How would you do that?
Cakes are angry, they move at
Well, you can just say the
whatever.
speed of the cake is, right? The speed of the cake is 2, for example. And if 10 cakes are not enough, you can add more cakes even on top, right? Above the sapphires.
Dr. Shao, they want to see what happens when the cakes hit the brick.
Okay, I'll show you. I'm gonna put some cakes here. So you don't have to do exactly like what I'm doing. Okay. Here. Have some. Okay. So, yeah. See, when the cake hits me, I explode and game over.